Hi Aquarius, welcome to my channel. I'm Sally Kent. This is your weekly tarot horoscope reading for the week beginning 13th of August to the 19th of August 2018. So let's look to see what you can expect this week. So interesting, it seems like you'll have the opportunity to have some alone time this week. I'm feeling like there could be some issues around family or a particular relationship where you're being asked to go within and asked to, and I don't mean like somebody physically saying, yo, go within, you know, spend time alone. I mean, like it's coming from within you. It's like, you know, you've got the Hermit card here, which is just, it's about having this urge to spend time alone and to reflect on things. And it's not in a negative sense, this is a positive sense, because it's about illumination essentially, because time we spend alone gives us a lot of insight and helps us to collaborate parts of ourselves that have perhaps been in a bit of conflict. You know, nobody's got their life down 100%. Everybody is a work in progress, but I feel like this week you're like stepping away from the dramas of people's lives, and you're just kind of like, no, do you know what? You can settle that by yourself, and I'm just gonna chill here and just take care of my own needs. That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting for you this week. But what I do feel like you'll gain from that time alone is like some invaluable insight. Like you'll understand a pattern. Like you'll have an insight about a pattern that's been like, it's like so old, this pattern. Like, you know, all families have ways of communicating, and there's like a common thread. Like, and I feel like this week you're going to realise that you somehow don't want to be part of that pattern anymore. It doesn't necessarily mean, you know, you're going to have a big bust up with the family. I'm not saying that. It's almost like you recognise a pattern that everybody in the family kind of imitates and does, and then you'll be like, actually, no, that doesn't make sense to me anymore. I don't know why we've always done that, but I'm going to do something different. I'm going to choose to act differently, so that I show kind of my family kind of how much I love them, but also how much like it'd be better if we did it this way. Like that's the type of vibe that I'm getting. But I feel like you'll get to that if you just kind of surrender to these feelings of like, do you know what, I don't want to watch the TV tonight, or do you know what, I don't want to look at Facebook tonight. I want to search for a video on YouTube that's going to help me understand some of my internal processes, because you know, human beings are complex, and I feel like there's some complexity in your life at the moment, and I'm feeling for you, because I feel like you're just kind of like searching for guidance, and it's amazing that you're doing that, because you'll get that guidance whenever we search for something with good intentions of like assisting us to feel better, for instance. That is just like number one of self-care, you know, is like giving ourselves things that bring us comfort. And I feel like you're going to be doing a lot of that this week, not because things are like wholly negative either. I just feel like you just kind of, you know that it's going to be beneficial for you, you know that it's going to be better for you if you do it. So I feel like you're just gonna and also like choose your words quite carefully with people in your relation that you're like in a relationship with, or perhaps friends and family, like, because you've got the Seven of Swords, which suggests to me that like for instance, you may want to say oh, like, I've had enough of this behaviour, like I'm tired of hearing you moaning, for instance, just as an example. But instead of saying that, you perhaps be more tactful, and you'd say something like, you know, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, you know, you've had such a bad day. I'm going to run myself a nice bath. Can I run you one afterwards? And it's kind of like clothing your words so that like you can maintain some equilibrium in your relationships and some harmony. And you know, you've got the Seven of Swords, which suggests that you'll be able to do that with ease. Like you'll find the right words to say so that somebody isn't offended, or so that you can kind of maintain this peace. I do feel that you're going to get opportunities in your relationships as well this week. So this is friendships, and if you're in a romantic relationship as well, and also like work relationships, you're going to have this emergence of this realisation of how strong you are. You know, strength tells us and reminds us that actually it's by going through shit that we gain this cloak. This, you know, if we rise to meet challenges in life, we get stronger, we become more resilient, you know. It's like the clothing of experience. It helps us to see through people's like manipulations or games, and I just feel like your relationships, you're just going to feel so strong in them, and you're just going to feel like, you know, oh God, I've grown. I feel like that's how you're going to be feeling and thinking this week, like realising that actually you've put up with a lot, and you've also given a lot, and it's time for you to recognise how strong and courageous you are. And this card always reminds me of having a healthy ego. So I feel like you're in a place where you're going to be feeling good about you in your relationships. But also I've got this feeling as well that some of you are going to be quite reserved in describing how this confidence is emerging, because I feel like you just want to choose your words carefully around certain people. It's like some of you don't want to rub it in somebody's face. That's the vibe I'm getting. So for your challenges this week, it seems like work is going to be a primary focus for you. For some of you, this may be a creative project, or some of you it might be a project at home. But it's something where you're focused on improving it. The King of Pentacles is about having like a hyper focus on generating wealth, increasing our status, like that type of vibe. So you are a money magnet this week, and you can attract abundance to you in all its forms. But I do feel like the challenge is this balance between work and family, or you know, your creativity and your family, and it's kind of like this balance between the two. It's like you're working so hard so that you can have a happy home and family life, but it's like there's this like it's a challenge for you this week to balance that. This is what I'm feeling. So just try, if you do get time on your own this week, which is kind of what we discussed earlier about the Hermit card. Excuse me. Yeah, I feel like some of you are really rushing. Like I can feel it in me, like this urgency to kind of get my words out to you. So I feel like some of you are under a lot of pressure. So just try and take that any time out that you can to recharge and rejuvenate and reflect, because it will help you to gain some balance in your work and family life, really. So what is it that you need to know about this week? Okay, so there's a lot of joy to be felt in your relationships this week. I do feel like you have something. Some of you may have something to celebrate. The Three of Cups is about celebrating something on an outer level where people want to cheer us on. So some of you might have some really amazing emotional uplifting experiences this week. So I'm really chuffed to report that. So that's the end of the reading. I hope you liked it. I'm new here. This is my first set of readings, so please be kind. If you liked it, please subscribe or like or comment. I'd really appreciate it. And I wish you a fabulous week, and I'll see you again next week. Lots of love. Bye for now.